Hi, Sandra here from Creating Spain, and today I'm doing the tutorial which is to go with my blog Why Are You Not Using Gimp Yet? Or words to that effect. So if you've read the blog and you found this link, then this is the right one for you. And basically it's to show you how to access brushes that you can find free on the internet and put them into Gimp and be able to find them again. What I've done is I opened up my browser, went to brushlovers.com. That's just one site of many where you can get various brushes. And I downloaded this one, which didn't take more than about 2 seconds. And then I closed that down and I dragged it into a folder that I made on my desktop called My Brushes. And you can see butterfly brushes. There we go, that's the one. And these are the brushes that it's put inside. And so that's all I needed to do. Now, if you don't know how to make a new folder on your desktop, all you do is right click, new folder, and then you name it whatever you want to name it. So untitled folder, and put in whatever it is. Click off of it and you've got your folder. All right, I'm just going to put that into my trash. So that's where I've chosen to put mine. And the reason I've chosen to put my new brushes in there is because on a Mac, I don't know about the Windows system, can't say for that, but on a Mac, to find the brushes in Gimp or the brush folder where you can store your own brushes, it's in a hidden folder. Now I will show you how to get hold of that hidden folder. On your top bar, go to Go and press your Shift key and your Alt key at the same time, and you'll see down here you get to Library. Click on that before you let go of the keys and you get Library. You then go into Application Support, double click on that one, and then you go to Gimp, double click on that, and then you go to 2.8, which is the version, and you double click on that, and then you go into Brushes and you double click on that. Oh jeez. This is a long-winded process, which is why I have put a folder onto my desktop. Okay. And all the new brushes that I collect will go into there because that's where I'm going to tell the file to look or the system to look. What you need to think about when you have a piece of software like Gimp and Photoshop and Corel Draw and all the rest of it, it has a depository where it puts certain tools. And it's a bit like telling your partner that his favourite mug is down in the basement, and the basement is full to overflowing with all sorts of different things. If you don't tell him where to look, he's not going to come back up with that mug. Or she isn't going to come up with that mug. I'm not sexist. So that's what you need to do in Gimp, and this is the process that I'm going to take you through now. But bear in mind, this is for Mac only. I don't know how you do it on Windows. I would bet that your average 12-year-old knows very well how to do it, but there we go. So going to open Gimp, and here it comes. It's opening up. There we are. We're open. Go to the top bar on the left and go to Preferences. And down the bottom here you have Folders. Click on Folders and you get Brushes. Now these two are automatically included when the software opens up. This is the one that I have added. And to add a folder, all you do is you click on this one and you then have a menu up, or you have a line here where you can choose where to put your folder. Now in my case it's under Users, Sandra, Desktop, and then My Brushes. Now it is important that if you have written My Brushes in capital letters with a break in, then that's how you write it when you put it in here. Okay, it's very important to do that. And then you click on here and you make a new folder and you say OK. Now you want to make sure this box is checked because that makes it writable. Okay, that means that you can put things in it and take things out and do what you want to do with it. You click OK and off you go. Close it down, close down the program, and then when you go to the websites and you pick whatever brush that you want to download, we'll do one here. Go back a page because I've already got that one. Okay, go for the lips. Why not? Go to download. It's already downloaded it. You'll see it's in a zipped folder. Double click on the zip folder. It says it's unable to expand it, and I don't know why I'm getting the error message. I had the same error message on the last one that I did, but it did. It probably just doesn't recognise the ABR because it's Photoshop. Anyway, put this, it says no ordinary love. No ordinary love? Okay, and into there, my brushes. No ordinary love, yes, it's there. And close that down. Now, assuming that it did actually have something in it and it did actually work, if the download worked, then those brushes will be able to be seen when I open Gimp. So open Gimp again. You can just refresh your brushes, but I just prefer to close it and open the program up. Okay, this is the brush tool. Double click and we have our brush window here. Click on the bottom corner of here and I get all my various things here. If I go to this box here, it lists them. And here we go, no ordinary love, it is there. So go to File, create a new file. This one's in A4 size. And I want to use my brush, so I select my brush. You can see there's nothing much happening there because it's tiny. So go to the size, increase the size. In fact, I'll just back this right up. And they're still pretty small. Okay, this needs to be much bigger. Okay, it's still pretty small. This must have been a very small one. And I'm just tapping on my scroll wheel here. Okay. So there we go. And that one, in fact, hasn't come out properly, though obviously the information wasn't there in that particular brush. But if I pick another brush off of the list, which I could do quite easily, I can show you another one that I've just imported. Whoops. Go to the grid. Ah, there they are. There we go. There's the lips. Don't ask me why it didn't come up on no other lip. That must have been just a separate item. But there we go. There's the lips that I put in. I certainly didn't have them before, so it must have worked. So what do you do when you've actually done this? Okay, so you would go to File. And what I'll do is I'll undo the paintbrushes. I'm going to clear all this. Okay. Just clear this. I'm just going to do one. Make it easy. Okay, one brush. File. Export as. And I'm going to export it to my desktop. And I'm going to export it as. Click the extension and I want PNG. PNGs are useful because that retains any transparent background that's got on it. And export. Just click export, don't worry about the settings. Export there. Close this down, discard my changes. And I have an untitled PNG here. I'm going to quickly open Silhouette Studio. I say quickly, it takes a few seconds to open up. Especially if I've got other things running at the time, no doubt. Here we go. Dum, 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 dum. Okay. I'm going to go to File, Open, and I'm going to go to my desktop, Untitled Ping, and OK. And there it is. So you can cut it out and play around with it, do whatever you like. And that's why I think you ought to have Gimp, because most likely, if you haven't got Gimp, you probably, unless you're into photo editing already, in which case fine, you know all about brushes and tools and things. If you haven't got Gimp because you haven't got Photoshop, you don't know how to use it and this and that and the other, get Gimp. It's free. It doesn't matter if you take a while to learn it, or if you don't use it very often, it's not going to be a problem. And yes, I am going to keep up trying to do some tutorials. If there's something that you want covered in Gimp, then please leave a message, leave some kind of response. I'm wondering if I'm doing all these videos just for me. And just try it out and see what you think. There's no harm in trying it. It doesn't matter. If it doesn't work, you really don't like it, you can delete it. It's not a problem. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.